angels online. The angels online. The angels, the angels, the angels online.
Good people, good people. 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 Woo-wee! What's going on, good people? This is Angel with the Angels Online. We are doing season 3, episode 4. Technology with kids today. This episode is brought to you by the young man sitting over here to my right. However you watching this, it might be to your left. Sir, can you please tell us your name?
Hello, I'm Angelo Pittman.
Angelo Pittman. All right. How old are you, Angelo?
I'm 15 years old.
15 years old, ladies and gentlemen. We started with him, so we're going to go around the table. We also have with us over here, cross diagonal from me. What do we have? Talk to us.
Elena, how are you guys doing? Styles on the low.
You got to give the people what they want. Next to Elena, who we got? What's up, sir?
My name is Dante. I am Dante.
That's Dante, guys. And then on the line, calling from where? Who do we have?
Chloe.
The ghost.
We can't hear you. Can you say that again?
Chloe.
Chloe, where are you calling us from?
Colorado.
Colorado. Chloe, make sure you're talking to your phone so the good people can hear you. Make sure we can hear you and you speak clearly for us. Now, we're going to talk about technology with kids today. As we know, technology is something that it's not up and coming, but it's just getting more and more out there. It's pretty obnoxious, but it's good too, you know? It's wonderful because we use it and you know, it's kind of beneficial for us, but we didn't all have it back in the day. We didn't all have it, you know? So we're going to start by trying to find out, what do you think about technology? And we're just going to start, Elena, what do you think about technology?
I don't like it.
All right.
Not even a little bit.
Okay.
Technology is the takeover for life now.
Okay. I like it. Dante, what do you think about technology? I love this. Come on.
Well, I agree with you. I do love technology. I think there's good and bad things associated with technology. I think one of the positive things, it makes the world much smaller, right? We have access to knowledge and information and resources that otherwise weren't readily available or as easily available. But there's always another flip side to every coin. So it also makes, the weird things more accessible as well. The unacceptable things more accessible. And, with, some of these platforms like TikTok, it makes predators and things of that nature, it brings them closer to your house than just being on your street and at your front door. So there's good sides and bad sides. I think if it's used correctly, it can be a good thing.
Okay. Angelo, what do you think about technology?
I'm with Dante on that one. With technology, there's always good and bad side to everything, but
Okay.
to an extent,
Go ahead. You got the juice. Take your time.
people can easily find where you at just by using certain information that you give out yourself without even noticing you giving the information out.
Yes.
So with that being said, you can also use it to find other people. May not be in a weird way, but you can, like, if someone's lost or if someone gets in a car accident, you can easily call them and have them give you a location.
Good. You just gave us a negative and a positive about it. People can find you. You be giving your location, don't even know you're giving out your location. But on the flip side of it, I can know where you are or where Dante or Atlanta is in case of emergency. So, okay, I like that. Chloe, what do you feel about technology? How do you feel about technology?
I like technology. There are good and bad sides to technology, after all.
Hold on once. All right, thank you. Come back to me. Sorry about that. We had an issue. Can you tell me again how do you feel about technology? You said there's a good side and a bad side to technology.
Yes, there's a good and a bad side to technology. On the good side, technology can be used to, you can talk to your friends with technology. You can learn new things from technology. You can do a bunch of stuff with technology for good. And then with the bad side of technology is that you can use it to harm people through cyberbullying, or you can use it to stalk people almost.
Cyberbullying. Okay, I like that. Cyberbullying, stalking people. Those are all we just added a bunch of different aspects to technology. I like technology. There's good and bad about technology, but utilizing I'm using technology right now, so it allows me to do this. It allows me a platform on social media. It allows me to get my voice, the voices of you guys and the kids especially out there, so people can hear. So technology. That's something about technology. I don't mind it, but we're gonna go deeper deeper in depth about technology, so we can get all these viewpoints and everything. So that's technology. So, Angelo, you asked for this episode, and you stated in the initial video that I had about what you would like to hear about on a podcast, and you said technology with kids today, and you gave an example, and you stated that a 3-year-old can use an iPad, can find YouTube, can do all of that. But back in the day, in the 80s, 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, people will play outside, right? That was your answer. Was that your answer?
Yeah, but yeah. And back then, instead of now you're inside all day playing on a game or playing your phone. Back then you were just outside hitting each other with sticks, kicking the can, all types of stuff, exploring, going into the forest if you had one nearby, or just going around collecting rocks. And now, if anything, you're just looking outside, saying, it's so sticky, there's bugs everywhere, it's hot, it's cold.
There's not an appreciation for nature. There's not appreciation for outside, huh?
I mean, there is just through a digital form. Instead of actually going out there to see it, you want recommendation through digital. Like,
yes.
This person took a nice picture on Facebook. I'm gonna like that, but I wish I could go there. But instead of just wishing, how about actually try and go there? But I know some people may not have the money, but at least try to find something close nearby that you can explore.
I love that. And we did play outside a lot back in the day, because we didn't have phones. We didn't have any of that. We played together. We kicked the can. We threw the sticks. We played hide and seek. We did all those things. And, personally, I could ask kids today, like, y'all going outside? Outside? I'm going to be on my phone.
The best answer you get is, if I go outside, I can play my phone. Or the only time I go outside is to go somewhere. That's about it.
That's it. That's what I heard. And we hear it from a kid right here, So, man, do you believe technology makes society lazy?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Elena. Talk to us. Well, you follow up with whoever you have. All right.
So it definitely has. I'm gonna go back to your story with the kids not wanting to be outside now. So I tested this theory. I had a huge girls' night, about 17 girls, and I knew majority of them had phones. So my goal was, when you walk through my threshold, you're gonna give me your phone. The attitudes that changed, the atmosphere had changed. Everybody was down and damper, like, what are we supposed to do? And I'm like, you're in a house full of girls. So what do you mean, what are you supposed to do? You make fun. So instead of allowing them to sit around and play the lazy, I don't know what to do, I start challenging them. I was like, be creative. Start with you. Let's figure out something.
Right.
What do you want to do,
Right.
One girl's like, I want to paint. Another girl was like, I want to sing. Another one, I want to dance. All night. We were up to like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Doing everything that everybody wanted to do.
Everything. But when you take away that phone, you bring your kids back to life. This is why I'm so against technology. If they did not have it, they would be outside more. They would be moving around more. You would be in tune with nature. You'd be in tune with life, focusing. So I feel like technology takes away from that. It definitely does.
Okay.
Yeah, with what you said,
Go ahead.
you have a point. Immensely, if you like take away something that they're drawn to, they're going to be focused on something else that they wanted to do more recently. Say, like you said, take away their phones, and they was like, "What do we do?" And then you challenge them to see what you ask them what they want to do. Same with like a kid. Like everyone has their inner kid, no matter how old you are. It's just there's always something.
Come on, baby, come on. This young man speaks today.
So until you get whatever blocking that's in front of you out of your way, your inner kid will always just be inside you, being a kid.
Always.
Until you can bring your inner kid out, you're just gonna be the grumpy adult that you are.
Okay.
I feel like that's how kids have become now. They become adults sooner than they should because they have just so much access to.
And they study stuff they're not supposed to see until like what, over 18, over 21. So with what kids are learning, the rapid rate of learning, eventually kids are going to be just sitting in houses all day saying we know everything until they actually go out and try and find something that they want to do and want to know.
Can I get it? Just
my question.
You want to hit him up some more because you want to.
Woo!
You know,
hit him.
I can give him one of these.
Yay! There we go.
He's 15, ladies and gentlemen. He's 15. Utilizing his voice. Dante, do you want to add to that?
Well, no, I just want to press up against that with the question: how much of that, though, with the access that you mentioned and the reason why you don't like it, how much of that is the parents' fault? I mean, I say that because I have a daughter now.
Come on.
And I can speak to the concern. But even at a younger age when technology wasn't what it is today, but just, for example, video games, I had when I was younger, and I mean, I had a flip phone, but there were a few games on that, but my dad limited, right? Even with cable television, which I guess is a lot of ways the same as our mobile phones. My dad was very specific on the channels that I had access to and the channels that I would watch, and I knew what was acceptable, what was not acceptable, whether he was there or not. So, I would always push up against the adults with the question: your kid needs to understand what's acceptable and what's not acceptable, and naturally they'll veer off, but they know what the expectations should be. And some kids, supervised or unsupervised, you won't have necessarily to have that concern because they know what the expectation is from their parent. Not, and there's no shade to anybody parents.
No. That's
you
facts.
know. I mean, because my dad has always had quality television, so we had all the channels, and there was a middle section and those upward number channels where people had on a little bit less clothes and did things that I wasn't familiar with. But I knew that because how my dad was, that you move swiftly past those channels in the TV guide, whether he was there or not, and it just was off limits. So when I did get a phone that had access to certain things, I was equally as afraid to access those. Now when I got older, I became a different person, but I knew what was acceptable and what was not acceptable because that's how my dad parented. But again, you can't control. I'm aware that you can't control everything these kids do and see, and that at a certain age, their friends have more of an impression on them than you do as a parent. It's just the facts.
It does.
So that their peers can introduce them to stuff, but that's a whole nother episode. Maybe to you want to guard them from not necessarily the technology, but the people in that aspect. But I digress.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I want to just, because it was part of you went ahead and you helped me out and go ahead to this question, which was about that, because that's one of my questions. At what age do you think kids should be exposed to advanced technologies like phones and social media? And also with that, is it possible to raise children today without technology? So the reason why I said it is because Dante asked the first question. He said, at what point are the parents responsible for it? Because I wasn't doing crazy stuff like that on my phone. I wasn't doing like that when I had my flip phone and my little, that little variety, that little phone, where you memorize the buttons. I memorized the buttons, even though it was like the keypad on the phone, So at what point do you sit here and you tell these parents, you can't teach these parents at this point, because they're giving their access. You're not in these kids' homes. And so that's what puts the damper on technology now, because, I see it as such a positive thing. I'm really neck and neck here with Dante about it, but these parents, there's a lack of control in their household when it comes to social media, phones, communicating with people who they're not supposed to be communicating with, aka strangers, the black web, all those things, and parents aren't paying attention to that. they're looking at it like, just give them a tablet real quick and let them play on the tablet. Just give them this so they can play on this. You know what I'm saying?
They see it as a way to distract them.
Put me in, coach.
They use it as a distraction,
Put
but
me
that
in.
distraction
Distract them.
becomes a safety risk, becomes a hazard, not only to them, but to people that they're around. Because, you know, if you don't monitor your kids, now your house is at risk. Now somebody's watching your house because your child done told them all your business on the internet, and they looking at that location, they looking at all these things. Oh yeah, I got a phone, I'm a selling phone, I just stole it from my mom. Somebody finna come rob your whole house. You know what I mean? So it's the monitoring. It's the monitoring for me. You know, technology is not bad, but if you don't have any control over it, then if you got a 6-year-old watching TikTok and watching all these cussing and all this stuff on there, then your child is being exposed to that, and then they can sing the songs on TikTok better than they can read a book in school. So it's a parenting thing. So with that, I'm gonna add. Elena, you want to add to that?
I do.
Go ahead, talk to me.
It goes back to that being lazy when
Uh-huh.
parenting stopped parenting and it
Uh-huh.
became social media. Get out of my face.
Right.
Use this.
Yeah.
This will
Distract
distract you from bothering me. Yeah, I'm a parent and I have 4 of them and I have them all locked down.
So what do you do as a parent?
As a parent, I put them on a time schedule. I lock their phones down while they're in school. I shut it down. Now, like they may be like during the summer, they get about 6-7 hours of use on their phone.
Come on.
During the school, 3 to 4. Depending on behavior, I chopped up by 30 minutes. Every time you can't get it together, we're chopping 30 minutes. I don't even allow my little ones really to even have tablets or anything because you don't need it. They have
play.
more fun to get you. Listen, I wish they flip the camera over there. They having a ball because they ain't thinking about none of that. But it's different when they go with their dad because they have all that access that all day, and then it's like you retraining them all over again. That
When they come home to
put
you.
the tablets down,
Right.
focus, go play, find something else to read a book.
Anything, technology also blocks creativity.
What did you just
Say that.
If
Speak in that
anything-
mic, man.
If anything, creativity is blocked by technology. Like how she just said, her kids go outside, they play. If they were stuck, like when they go away, they're all on the tablets because the tablets grab their attention, it grabs their mind. But once you take that away,
You opening up them doors, right?
it opens all the doors you have access to. But they don't notice the doors they have access to
Because they
because
haven't
they're
given the
too busy.
opportunity.
But
Focusing on
can I was trying to get back to what you were saying about the parents. It's not just on the parents. It starts in the school as well. They get just half as much time as I do with my kids, and I feel like they get more experience on computers and everything else.
And if
during
and the
school.
And the school has to monitor. The school has to block those sites like they did.
And
like,
it's always a back door.
depending on the school, depending on what the effort that those school, every school district's not the same. It just depends. And go back to what Dante said. He said he knew better. You know what I'm saying? Then fast forward, go back to what you said. When you piggyback off of what I said, it's parenting. You just explained how you parent and how you do it. You know, Chloe.
Yes.
Let me ask you, what access do you have? Do you have social media?
No, my mom doesn't let me have social media.
Can you say that again?
My mom doesn't let me have social media.
Your mom does not let you have social media. Okay. Do you have a phone?
Yes.
What do you use that phone for?
I mainly only use it to play games, listen to music, read, and go on Pinterest to talk to my friends. That's all I do.
Okay. Awesome. Pinterest. Good. It's a creative site. We just have somebody that joined us. We have Mike here with us. Mike, talk to us, man. What you do?
How's everybody doing? My name is Mike Gerdine. I got a detail shop in Central West End. I coach high school and little league football.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So you deal with kids all day?
All day.
All day. Technology, and you're a parent?
I am a parent.
Technology with kids today is what we're talking about. We had a couple questions. I just want a quick input on what do you think about technology?
It's a blessing and a curse. It's good and it's bad. You just gotta monitor it because it's a lot of evil out here. It's a lot of things that if you're not paying attention, it can take your kid down the wrong path. So, I mean, I think it's a bunch of stuff that's great with technology, but then I kind of timed or came in on the end part. I like for my kids to be active outside. We just got back from Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
We did the no tablet thing. We watched a movie. No phones, no tablets. We was in the pool. No technology. We was outside just having a good time. And then while we were at Universal Studios, I was telling them like, don't be on your phones. Like, just enjoy each other. So,
Okay, because it's too expensive for them to be distracted by anything other than
I'm gonna be honest. That's the whole thing. We go out of town and it's like they want to do the same thing they doing at home.
Yeah, no, sir.
That's it.
No, we're not gonna do that.
We could have did it at home and saved $5,000.
Man, I'm trying to
what
tell
you're
you.
not gonna do is we put that phone down.
Yeah, so
You pull out their box.
And that goes with what he just said. It adds to what Dante said. How much is on the parents? It goes with parenting. You see what I'm saying? So as a parent, he said he shut that down. I'm paying for this vacation, and he just said a key thing: we're gonna enjoy each other.
Yeah.
We're gonna enjoy it because a lot of times technology, you can't even eat dinner at a dinner table and have conversation about the day with technology being present because everybody's looking down like this. If the camera's on me everywhere, everybody's looking down like this on the phone. Hey, how was your day today? Next thing you know, they got an attitude because you interrupted whatever they're doing on the phone because they're not eating. Hold on, Mom, wait a minute, hold on. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm giving an example. This is real life. It's what's happening. It's something that we can't be blind to or pretend to be blind to, knowing that we see it. We ain't be Ray Charles.
Right.
When we know we got all these pupils and the retina and everything else to see what the hell's going on.
But my thing is, and I know your target audience. And
Let's go.
The young man who suggested this.
Angelo over here.
Angelo, who suggested this episode. But my question is, so my
Let's do
concern
it.
has shifted after hearing your response. It's not always the young people.
Come on.
It's the adults as well. And I sit here guilty of that for sure. I mean, I've gotten 2 texting while driving tickets. Tarrant County was very, very generous in those. And I understand that life happens. We professionally, we are always connected to our work, and sometimes that requires our attention to be on the device. But I find myself still as an adult, even with the child not being present in situations and times when I should be present, because work has my attention in my phone. And I have a resolution for the young people. I don't have a resolution for myself. It's unfortunate. I can tell a young person, hey, you need to be more present. Get outside and enjoy your youth. Put your phone down. But I wish somebody would tell me that. Yeah. I don't know how I could do it.
That's funny because I feel like I'm the opposite. So I feel like I'm like computer illiterate. You know what I mean? Like I'm from that, like I was the first Facebook, you know what I mean? Like that generation. We got that. But it's like as stuff adapted and everything was like updating and I just couldn't get with it. It was moving too fast. And so I actually pride myself on, like, if I got some alone time, I'm putting my phone down. I'm not answering. I don't want to check no social media. I don't want to see nothing. But at the same time, like you said, where as parents, we kind of guilty, I will, slide that tablet to my 6-year-old and, let her be in her own little world so daddy can have a little peace. And, at times I probably should, spend more time with her and my son as well. But they be in their own little world. They quiet. They ain't bothering me. As long as she got her snacks. And so, I definitely finding that balance is key. Because I feel like, I really need to do a better job of paying attention, like giving her some actual one-on-one time instead of just we together but we not. You know what I mean? Like she in her phone, I'm just in my own little world. As long as she ain't saying nothing, like I'm cool, like we good. Exactly. You know what I mean? So we in each other's presence, but we just.
But was it TV for us? I mean, we didn't have cell phones, but isn't that what our parents did with us with television or video games?
Not mine.
Really?
We had access to
I
TV.
love the
We
TV,
had
but
access to games, but outside was where it was.
I was gonna say, I think our
we
thing
want
was
to
like
rip and run the street.
you either gonna be inside or
water
outside.
fights, tag.
Once you come in, you
Nick
in.
and
So
I, like, it
we
was way
staying
too much
outside.
until them
Come
street
in
lights come on.
When them lights come on, y'all better be in this house.
Man.
Then you get in the house, or when you get home from school, it was more like, and that goes with, you know what I'm saying, the difference between with technology with adults, how we were back then as us. This for us adults speaking. So Chloe and Angelo, just 1 second. Adults speaking. When we were younger,
In the 1900s.
yeah, they don't mind their business. When we were younger, it was more like we was outside. When we got home from school, we had to do your homework.
Oh my
But
God.
then you wanted to watch Boy Meets World and Full House and something else before you went outside. So it's only 30 minutes an episode, right?
Yeah.
You watch that, then you be like, all right, we finna go outside because you want to catch that episode real quick. You know, we watched TV. We didn't have phones. We didn't have any of those things. But we can all go back and tell you who Danny Tanner was. And, you know, everybody in Full House episodes.
That's before my time.
Doogie Howser, MD, you know.
You're not a product of the 1900s, my brother.
Advancement of technology.
I am part of the 90s, but the channels that I watched, they didn't have those type of television shows on.
Yeah, I watched PBS Kids.
Yeah, Gargoyle. I mean,
y'all was watching Wishbone.
The free channel where you had the antenna with the aluminum
as I mentioned
wrapped
before,
around.
So I was like Dante. You know, I had a few more channels.
Yeah, my dad had quality television, so I had
Yeah, we had cable.
I had Nickelodeon, and we watched all that and
yeah, Nickelodeon,
Rocko's Modern Life.
Keenan
so
and Kel.
You talk about
you couldn't tell me
Full
about
House
that.
and stuff like that. I'm not that old one, and they didn't play those shows
You know,
on the channels that I watched.
you know, good thing for me, I got the best of both worlds.
That's funny.
I watched all the small channels and I watched the large channels as well.
Eventually,
like how you
when the
said
teenagers came, I was able to watch
the
channels.
small and the large
But
channels.
you had that static on that box TV, and you had to turn that knob and look for a signal.
For those of you who don't know, the small channels are for the less fortunate, and the large channels are for those of us.
You know,
Anybody who's watching.
I definitely had the box. We definitely had the box.
Now hold on, because the box was free.
Yeah,
So,
Oh, I called
Channel
her.
58.
I'm saying, but I'm
Channel
saying you
58
didn't have to
free.
have cable.
But you
I know that.
I would call
Right.
and request.
My grandma had Channel 58. I remember seeing
Wasn't even
R.
allowed
Kelly
to watch that
Bump and
channel.
Grind
It's
on Channel
okay.
58.
Oh, all right, this is shifting. If we can,
You see, exposed to the wrong things at a young age.
and then that
Wait, if
falls
what you
right
said,
in hand
remember
with
you
what we're
said
talking
you had
about.
the flip phone, right? You weren't able to do all the things you do. It's the advancement of technology.
That's it right there. Yeah. At what age should kids be exposed to advanced technologies? Because social media is advanced. The flip phone was just that, y'all. We had a few games. And
What's your internet look like when you try to log in something?
Right.
Right now,
you put the
this
CD in?
iPhone is a computer. This iPhone, we can Zoom.
Well, you
we
can do
business meetings.
you can do anything.
We can do anything on this.
It's your
And
life,
talk to
right? 'Cause
anybody
if you lose that
and anywhere
phone,
in the
your
world.
life is partially
You know?
gone.
I think you guys at this table have my location. And I will say before I go out,
That's dangerous.
watch my location, Elena. You know what I'm saying? Because people are, you got to share your location. This is dangerous out here.
But that's kind of why you got to be careful with children.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because somebody would take like my daughter don't have a phone, but like I have a work phone, a personal phone. So if we together, you know, I let her play with my other phone. But I done found sometimes like she texting random, like what are you doing? Like what is this?
Kids.
She like
The technology
I don't know,
they
Daddy.
need.
Like hey, okay, well we
She
gonna.
don't even know what she's doing.
The
We gonna cut
technology
this
they
off real
need
quick.
is start chipping folks to find them and put these phones down.
See, yeah.
I mean,
Chip me.
that takes me to like my
I
sister,
don't want to get chipped either.
who I invite sometimes with me on trips or to locations, and she's heavy on the don't take pictures of her and post them while we're there. She only takes pictures and she posts them after she leaves the place.
I do
Now,
that too.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not sure.
Because I ain't got time to put on my
I do that
stuff
too.
down.
Me
Yeah,
too.
but sometimes I want to do that. But I understand her reasoning for doing it because sometimes Pop Smoke.
You ain't popping up on me. I don't care what.
That means that's how he got his taken away. But I get that though. I get that. But the downside to that with one of the advancements in technology, like I keep all my credit cards, my debit cards locked. You know, in their respective apps, so that when I can't get scammed, people gonna charge me when I don't want them to charge me. So, but I mean, if you find yourself in a situation at a store, ready to pay for something, you don't have an internet signal, you look poor.
Hey,
You can't. You're not gonna be able to render. No.
Unlock that.
Yeah, look here.
Because I lock mine.
Ma'am, can you put this back? I'll be right back. I need to step outside and unlock it.
My car's locked.
now that's where I feel like
Technology
like
for
the
you.
facial recognition is a good thing because I have, you know, I got all my cards and everything on there, But I just, instead of having a code, I just got the facial recognition. So unless you got my face, you know, ain't no tapping. So, you know, I don't really worry about that.
I mean, I take some, like a few, you know what I'm saying? I like to post them like, okay, I'm here, you know, I'm guilty of that. But for the majority part, you know, I'm dumping you when I'm back home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is where I was, you know, it was a good time. This is where you should go. I recommend this. Yeah,
Right.
It was a great time. It was great. Food was great. Everything was
Listen, I done got stingy. I don't even post mine no more. I keep everything in a hidden album.
You do it.
I had a great time.
Post a picture from 3 months ago.
You know, let me give you a little splash.
Like,
I ain't gonna show you my whole trip. I get a splash.
Are you in Orlando? No, I'm at home. This was
last year.
This was months ago.
Why is it snow there?
Say you outside without me.
Don't worry
I
about
wasn't.
it.
I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here.
right.
Would you like to meet up for lunch? You know. So is it possible to raise children without technology?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
I'd lose my mind.
You can't do it.
I would lose my mind. And you know what?
I would like to ask why.
I was gonna say perfect example. All right. So I like to do road trips with my kids. Right. So I can remember as a child asking, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there
I
yet?"
can understand that.
Now I don't know. You say you 15. I don't know how many road trips you've been on, young man, but as an adult, that is a very annoying question to keep
14
asking. Especially, it could be even a little trip, it could be a 4-hour trip, but to keep asking every 15 minutes, how much longer? And to be honest, with technology, as long as everybody got a device,
It's cartoons. The same thing they watch on TV.
you don't have no.
Every device don't have to have like Every device doesn't have to have like phone and stuff on it. Because my godson's 5 and. You know, he wants to watch a little movie or something in a car, you know, which is okay. Technology is great for that because you can't raise I feel like you can't raise them without it because it's advancing. So you leave them behind.